Welcome to today's deep dive. If you've ever been sitting in a massive sports bar, or maybe like a really high-end home theater looking at dozens of perfectly synced
Oh
screens.
yeah, those massive setups.
Right, and you wonder how they get pristine 4K video all the way across the building without a tangled nightmare of wires everywhere. Well, today we are looking at the technical specs for the Avenview HBT-C6PLT-R extender receiver.
Yeah, it's funny because we always credit the shiny 4K displays, right?
Yeah.
But the secret isn't actually in the TVs themselves. I mean, it's the extenders working behind the drywall that are doing all the heavy lifting.
Right, because we have this fundamental physics problem with standard HDMI cords. Like,
Yeah.
they are great for connecting a console to a TV 3 feet away.
Yeah, sure.
But over long distances, raw copper without heavy error correction just degrades. You start losing signal or getting, weird artifacting.
Exactly. Or just a blank screen. I mean, HDMI pushes a massive amount of uncompressed data all at once. Over short runs, the timing of those electrical pulses stays perfectly aligned.
Okay, but push that same raw signal over, say, 50 feet.
Right, and the timing just completely falls out of sync. It's due to capacitance and electrical resistance in the cable. The data literally trips over itself.
So if an HDMI cable is like a sprinter carrying a massive, unwieldy boulder of uncompressed data really fast before just dropping it after 15 feet, how does this Avenview extender actually change the game?
Well, it acts as a packing station, basically. It takes that unwieldy boulder of raw HDMI data and repackages it into a highly structured, streamlined backpack, so to speak.
And it's running this signal over standard network cables, right? Like your everyday CT5E or
Yeah,
CT6.
exactly. CT5E 6 or 7, it can take uncompressed 1080p video up to 60 meters, which is about 200 feet, or full 4K up to 35 meters.
Wow, so it really is a marathon runner. But wait, standard network cables. I always thought pushing uncompressed 4K, along with massive surround sound files over 100 feet, required those super expensive fiber optic setups.
You would normally think so, yeah. But by utilizing the tightly twisted pairs of wires inside a Cache cable, the extender effectively cancels out the electromagnetic interference. A crosstalk that normally kills an HDMI signal.
How is a standard CT6 pulling off, 9 gigabits per second of bandwidth?
It's all about how the data is modulated. The technology inside this receiver doesn't just dump raw data into the wire.
Okay.
It uses a specific modulation scheme to encode the video, audio, and control signals into a format that the CIT cable's twisted pairs can handle highly efficiently.
Oh, so it formats it just right.
Exactly. And that 9 GBP's capacity ensures that not a single frame drops, even when you're pushing dense 7.1 channel audio right alongside the video.
That 200-foot reach is amazing, but it creates a totally new headache for an installer, which is power. I mean, running video across a warehouse is useless if you still need a local power outlet on the ceiling just to turn the receiver on.
Right, or if you have to walk a football field back to the source equipment just to change the channel.
Exactly.
And that is exactly why we're not just talking about video transmission here. For a clean, modern architectural design, you can't have bulky power bricks strapped to the back of every floating display. The specs here highlight two massive problem solvers.
POE and bidirectional IR, right?
You got it. Power over Ethernet and bidirectional infrared.
Okay, let's unpack this for a second. So you're telling me this one standard internet cable is simultaneously acting as the 4K video feed, the 7.1 surround sound cable, the actual electrical power outlet, and the remote control signal.
All at once.
Yeah.
Because it utilizes POE, the transmitter injects the electrical power directly down the CT6 cable to the receiver. No local wall outlet needed at all.
That's wild.
And with bidirectional IR, you can point your remote at the display in the bar, and the receiver shoots that infrared command back down the exact same cable. So it controls the hidden source equipment way back in the AV closet.
That completely enables those invisible tech installations where everything just looks perfectly flush and clean.
Right, and get this tiny device, pulling all this off, is priced at just $279. It weighs a mere 0.3 pounds and is less than 3 inches wide.
Wait, really? Less than 3 inches?
Yeah, it literally hides behind the mounting bracket, totally out of sight, managing all of this simultaneous data and power without a sweat.
So what does this all mean for you listening? I think it proves that the most impressive technology in a room is rarely the part you actually look at. We stare at those shiny 4K screens, but the real star of the show is the little 3-inch box quietly running the marathon right behind the drywall.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely recontextualizes what we consider high-tech in modern architecture. I mean, the fact that a single hardwired copper cable can juggle massive, uncompressed video, audio control signals, and electrical power flawlessly is just incredible engineering.
But it makes you wonder about the future. Like, if we can squeeze 9 gigabits per second and electrical power through a single wire today, what happens to our physical architecture when wireless transmission finally catches up to these massive bandwidths?
That is the million-dollar question right there.
Yeah, right. Will the entire concept of wiring a house eventually become a thing of the past? It's definitely something for you to chew on next time you're staring at a wall of perfectly synced TVs.